Hi, everybody. So I don't have slides. I am just gonna have an open talk with everybody. So I, as you know, graduated last year, and today I work as a data scientist at Holistic Healthcare. And I think I want to focus on 4 best practices that worked for me during my preparation to the interviews. And feel free to stop me, ask question, anything. So the first thing is a study group. Having a study group, I think I had a study group with 2 other students from Y-Data. We met, I think, once or twice a week. And the big advantage or advantages it gave me was, first, it's a support group, right? During the process of interviewing, sometimes it's not so pleasant, sometimes it is very pleasant, but having a support group is always nice. And the second thing, and the main thing, I think, it's a safe and a very constructive environment to study, to actually explain a concept in math, statistics, machine learning, deep learning. I believe that in order to understand something better, you have to try to explain it. And once you have a study group, it's very easy to do it and very constructive as well. And you also get feedback, and I found it very, very efficient. When I was asked during an interview some questions, I felt more prepared. So this is the first best practice that I really recommend on. So go find your study buddies. The second thing is knowledge sharing. There are plenty of Facebook group or WhatsApp groups that are dedicated to share experiences from job interviews, especially job interview questions. And also be active. As I mentioned before, last year, me and a couple of other students, we opened a shared Google Doc, and each one shared experiences and also shared job interview questions. And it was very helpful to see, different processes in different company and be familiar with the different type of interview questions. So that was the second thing. Is it clear? Any questions? All good? Okay. So the third one is company-specific preparation, I call it. I think that I was interviewed to 5, 6 companies, and none of their interviews were similar. It was very different. But what I've noticed that the common thing between all is that they ask me questions that are from the company problem domain, which means they wanted to see how my approach to solve their problems inside the company. So before I went to an interview, what I used to do is go online to the website of this company, see what's the product, see what's the service, understand what is the data, and also what's the data science problem that they're trying to solve. So it kind of sort of helped me to get into the zone and understand the data science over there. And it did prove very efficient in having a very, let's say, intelligent discussion on problem inside the company with the interviewers. So that was the third. And last but not the least is the Y-Data project. Not only investing in the project during the year, but also I think it's very important is to invest in the presentation. So last year I was one of the 6 teams that presented in Y-Data final event. And we put a lot of effort in preparing the presentation, because I think also the talk before me said that it is one thing, to do innovative and technical things, and it's a different thing to tell or to speak on what you did. You have to know to do it in a clear and organized way, and you also need to know how to tell the story. And because I put a lot of effort in preparing the presentation and tell about the work we have done, I felt it really prepared me well for interviews when I was asked about, tell me about your project. So that's the last tip I have in terms of preparing for interviews.